Rangers do that stuff.
Like I said, they're supposed to, but they don't. Come here, cat. Ugh.
All right. Hey, guys. We are live. It's the third live that we will have done. And I don't know if there's going to be anybody joining us or not. There might be a couple. I don't know. I've sent a message to one person. So, what are we going live about tonight? First of all, it is almost midnight. And 45, 2024, going into the new year. What's the new year going to bring for Faith First? Well, I know I've done the business videos before. I didn't get a chance to even touch the paper and like trying to rewrite anything. Yay, cool. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for joining me. I did kind of finish my sweatshirt. I'll show you guys that. Right there. There's the cabin. And the garden that's ready to be planted. And there's the barn, which for us would be a newly built barn. Fence around it, Faith First Farm and Homestead. I haven't gotten like veggies or anything put on it. It was getting late, so I'm like, nah, I'll wait. All right, so thank you. All right, so the business end of Faith First. I think we might just ring in the new year first. So this year has been crazy. We started out 2024 in Oklahoma. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things about Oklahoma that I loved. I met some great people. Valerie, Andrew, who I'm gonna bug until he gets his butt up here. And I'll even send him money. Like, frick that, I'll send him money. I don't care. He wanted to help us on the homestead, so anyway, but we started out 2024 in Oklahoma, and I was working at Easy Mart at that point in time. Whatever. I mean, Easy Mart, whatever. I met some great people there. Valerie, and I met a lot of other people, and I really love a lot of the people that I met. And like I said, there was a lot of great things about Oklahoma. I loved the church we went to. It was just too hot in the summertime. And Aaron needed help up here. And we just, circumstances, we had to come back. So, yeah. Let me see. My sister visited down in Oklahoma in May. And she was there for 4 days, something like that. And I got paid time off out of Easy Mart, which actually makes me happy considering what they did to me. So screw you, Easy Mart. Anyway, and I got fired from there June 13th just because they were getting rid of people that Tina didn't like. And Christy was in on that one. And if there's anybody in, I don't know, I don't care. Like, that gets back to them, I don't care. And the kittens are running around here like crazy. Let me see. July is when we were starting to talk about moving up north in Michigan. Actually, it was like kind of June. End of June, beginning of July, we were throwing that around. Elaine was going to come back up here, or she would come back up here. Elaine was going to come back down in October to visit us again. And things just kind of came to a peak. And we got the chance to move back up here, to come back up here. And we did. And things have just been kind of on the move like crazy since we came back up. I had a job at Family Farm and Home in Mason. Ended up not being able to keep that job because it's hard to find a ride at 5:30 in the morning. So I had to kind of walk away from that job. I got hired in at Marco's Pizza in Leslie 3 weeks ago. And it's a pretty decent job. I mean, I don't mind it. I used to work there before, back in 05 to 08. My kids were really, really little then. Scott finally got a job at Meyer in Mason. And Aaron, our oldest son, he still works at Speedway in Mason. Chloe works at Clavon's in Mason. It's Clavon's Pizza. Artesian Pizza. And they have really, 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 really good pizza. Their pizza is fire baked. Some of it's oven baked and some of it's fire baked. And their fire baked pizza, their fire baked pizza is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The cool thing is, my other son Christian used to work there a few years ago too. And we've gotten to see Christian since we came back up here. He had to come out here to burn some old government documents that his cat had peed on. He had some in a box, and his male cat had peed in the box, so he had to come out and burn them. And he spent quite a while out here, and it was just fun, and really good to see him. And let me see. We did kind of move back into the house because Chloe was having problems with her back, the mattress that she was sleeping on, and we had to kind of pull a switcheroo and help her out with the mattress we were sleeping on. And she tried it out and it didn't work. She got rid of the back spring that was underneath her mattress and put another mattress on top of it, and that finally worked. So yeah, I know, Val. They're just I love our kitties. They're cute. But they're stinkers. All of them are stinkers. And I don't have Cinnamon in here, one of the cats that we had down there, the female that we had down there, because right now she's in heat. And Bandit, the other kitten that we got down there that followed us home from Easy Mart, well, not from Easy Mart, but when we were on the way home, when I got out of work, he followed us home. He kind of walked up to Chloe and she picked him up, and that was the end of it. Anyway, but he was probably that big. And so, and he's a boy. And now he's a big boy. He's not even fully grown, but he's a big boy now. And he's big and fluffy. And we don't need any more Cinnababies. So, we ended up with 4 because Tux got to her before we moved. Actually, we ended up with 5. She had 5. And then one of them had a birth defect and died. So, anyways, we ended up with 4 little Cinnababies. And we don't need any more. So, trying really hard to keep them apart. Even though they would be very cute, fluffy little Cinnababies. But no, we don't need any more. So, it's just been kind of one thing right after the other. Elaine has helped us out a lot, so much. I'm so thankful for my sister. She has helped us out with heater, with propane, with things for the trailer, which we're still going to use the trailer. Like I said, we had to pull a switcheroo. We moved in here because we had to let Chloe use our mattress. We brought down our old bed from upstairs, cleaned it up, everything. It was still fine, still in good condition. And And we're sleeping on that in the living room. That's what this is, the living room. And the wallpaper looks like crap. But again, this house is like 140 some years old because it was built in like 1864. So we're working on it. And we did find out that we're pretty sure that we can save the house. We're gonna have jacks put in the basement around the one support beam that was ever built and put in this house. This house was never meant to be a 2-story, and the family that had moved into this house that was like, oh, we need more space and want to add on. So we're going to add on a second story. And they should have put 1 or 2 more support beams in the basement to help even out the weight of another story on the house. But they didn't. So that one support beam has been holding the weight of that for years, for at least 100 years. And it's getting towards its end date. Let's put it that way. Partly Tim's fault. A lot of it is Tim's fault. My ex. Val, you've heard me talk about him. Because shortly after we left, Aaron said there was a problem with a pipe or something behind the washer, and him and his friend Chris went to fix it, and I get the way they were trying to fix it. But Tim's an idiot and couldn't figure out how to thread a hose properly onto a pipe. And it leaked that entire time. Problem is, where it leaked, the water went down into the basement around the support beam. And that's the reason why we need the jacks. But there is a way that you can make those jacks permanent. So, that's what we're going to do. Money? Yeah, it's going to take a lot.
3 minutes.
Huh?
3 minutes.
Okay. We're edging towards midnight, so no, I'm not going to wrap it up because I'm going to be covering a whole lot of stuff in this. So if you can't stay the whole time, I understand, Val. I had to watching. Make sure you like and share the video later. Start sharing the videos with everyone. Anyway. But one of the things I really wanted to get into is, like our plans for 2025. And there's a lot. A whole lot. A lot of things that we need to do. We have to get our farm up, obviously. We have there's a lot of damage and stuff that I came across. I knew about my one apple tree, the Brayburn apple tree that got run over and broken. And my 2 Stella cherry trees, Tim did something to them. One of them got dug up, and the other one was just dead. And they were fine. Like that year that I planted them, there was nothing wrong with them. They were fully leafed out and everything. I mean, you can go back in that video in 2021 and see that the cherry trees were great. So I don't know. So there's those. Okay, guys, hang on. We're gonna ring in the new year. Turn your phone up. Come over here quickly. Hang on, guys. We're gonna ring in the new year here, and then we'll continue. Scott has the thing up on his phone. We're gonna watch this drop together. Here we go, guys. I know you probably can't see it very well. Dang it.
Yes.
Happy New Year from Faith First Farm and Homestead, you guys. 2025. Happy New Year to my mom and dad and my sister and my brother and everyone in my family here. Sorry, guys. Just one more year. Anyway, Happy New Year, Val. So brand new year, guys.
That's all I wanted to be known for.
Brand new start for Faith First Farm and Homestead. And I don't know what's gonna happen this year. There's a lot going on out in the world, and that is something that I'm gonna start focusing some videos on and bringing to you guys' attention of things that are going on. We'll talk about it. I'm probably gonna be doing more lives. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to be doing a live once a week. So Val, keep track of that, and I'm going to be doing like a introductory video or whatever to throw it out there that I'm going to be going live, and telling when I'm going to be going live. But I'll probably start doing that once a week, especially if I'm off work for 6 to 8 weeks. Yay me! But we'll talk about things that are going on, and a lot of that is going to have a big impact on homesteads and homesteading and Faith First, of course. But you know what? We're going to push through it, and regardless of what they do, we're going to set up our farm. We're going to set up our homestead. We're going to have our farm stand. We're going to put up our privacy fence. Everything that we're planning on doing, we're going to do. Because we are going to be self-sustaining, and we're going to get healthy as a family. And that's what this whole thing is. And I'm going to reach out to our community and help as many other people get healthy as possible. And Val, there's even things that I can help you with, even from this far away. Like herbal medicinal things, nutritional stuff. There's even, like, I could even send you produce from our garden in such a way that you guys could actually get it, like actually preserved in such a way that I could send it to you. So, and I'm willing to do that, because I would love to see you get healthy, because I know you have a lot of health issues, and I would love to help you. I was kind of not in a position to really do that in Oklahoma, because I suck at container gardening. And I did not have the means to really grow what I needed to be able to help. Here I can do it. Not to mention, not a problem. And I want to help as many people as possible. Just do me a favor and put the word out there on what we're willing to do and what we can do, and reach out to other people and help us reach out to other people, because that's what we're here for as Faith First Farm and Homestead. Not just as a YouTube channel, not just as a homestead for ourselves. I am not doing this for just our family. I'm doing this for as many people as I can possibly help while I still can. Because eventually, we're not going to be able to do this. Why? Because if we don't have power grids, then I won't be able, we won't have any way to reach out to anyone. But we're going to do it as long as we can and pray that God will just hold everything off long enough for us to reach out and help those in need. And that's what it's all about, is helping those in need. I did my freaking nails. They're fake press-ons, and they're just for New Year's. Probably take them off tomorrow, but anyway. I like the way they look, but they suck because I'm not used to doing anything with long fingernails. Anyway, so back to the nitty-gritty here. There were at least 4 of our raised garden beds, fabric raised garden beds that I found that were torn up and that need replacing, that come up to at least $125. I did find 3 of them in my old raised garden bed area. Stolen or damaged items. My black computer bag, which contained my new black computer, my gray computer. My new black computer was worth at least $400. My gray computer was worth at least $350. Me and Chloe are afraid that her gray computer was in there as well, which unfortunately has my mom and dad's slideshows on it from their funeral that she did. And if we can't find those, if we cannot find my computer bag and her computer, then those are gone, which really sucks. Which of course all the chargers, her Chromebook, all that comes up to at least $1,200. And Tim and his cohorts are responsible for those disappearing. So, and some of my mom's and my sister Linda's jewelry was destroyed. Cast iron pans missing. Comes up to somewhere between $1,700 to $1,800, whatever. He knows. I told him. I sent him a picture of the damage report that I wrote up. So he knows, whatever. I know I'll never get the money, but he knows, and that's what I wanted. That was my whole point. And I'm really looking to registering Faith First Farm and Homestead as a business. And as a homestead, go away, because you're not going out there. What? Kill you, cat. Stupid cat. Anyway, at least it's not as sensitive as my camera. Dumb cat. What a butthole. See, he's a butthole. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to look into registering Faith First Farm and Homestead as a business and see what I can do to get us homestead grants, because we're looking at, and I figured this out earlier, and this is on the video earlier. Now this is, I started, can't even see that. Really? Okay, I'm gonna shut this light off. Oh, we're in the dark. Hang on, guys. Okay, I suck at this. And yes, Val, you're probably laughing at me. This is my grid of our orchard, part of our orchard, half of it, with, and I didn't even figure out the grapevines. I have no idea how many I'm gonna need of those, but I figured it out, and just the fruit trees and the fruit bushes. Now we're planning on getting 20 of each one. Half of the orchard is going to be out, and I'm pointing out towards the west. just out past the living room, and you guys can see where the trailer is at from my videos of shortly after we moved back up to Michigan. It's gonna be out there, and I explained where we want the orchard in those videos. But I figured out we're gonna put half of the orchard out there, and the other half is gonna be out that direction to the north. To the side of the barn. In between the ditch line and the barn. We're gonna put the other half of it out there. And that way, like, I want to be able to have the orchard that we can invite people in and allow them to come in and pick. Now, our previous fruit trees that I planted, with the exception of the cherry trees and the Braeburn apple tree, we have a Honeycrisp apple tree. Ouch. We have an Alberta peach tree. We have 3 pear trees. We have 2 Eyre pear trees and a Bartlett pear tree. Now, the pear trees, I don't know if they're going to fruit because I still need a pollinator, and the Bartlett pear tree is not big enough. I don't know if they're gonna fruit. I also have a nectarine tree, and we have a Stanley plum tree. And I have shown all the fruit trees in the videos that I showed around the property shortly after we came back up here. Elaine is pretty sure that the peach tree, the nectarine tree, and the plum tree are going to fruit. And I already know the Honeycrisp apple tree is going to, because I got an apple off from it. And it was really, really good. It was small. It was like that. But it was really, 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 really good. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. Anyway, sorry. I gush over that because I love, love, love fresh fruit off the tree. So amazing. And you cannot get any healthier than that. You just can't do it. Anyway, but the fruit trees and the fruit bushes, now I'm not going to have to pay for blackberry canes, bushes, whatever, black raspberry, or boysenberry. I have those out here. And I'm just going to cut the canes from them. I'm going to have to cut them, and I'm going to have to root them out. Now, that's going to be something that's going to be on the farm stand, but I'll discuss that when I get to that. But I'm planning on 20 of each one. Now, the fruit trees that we are going to plant in the orchard are as follows. Apples, pears, peaches. Sweet cherries, Rainier cherries, which those cherries are like a yellow and orange and red type cherry, and they're a sweet cherry, and they're very, very, very good. Nectarines, plums. Oh, the tart cherries. And apricots. I love apricots. They're amazing. And yes, they will grow up here. There's a couple of certain ones that will grow up here. Plus red grapes, green grapes, the Concord grapes, and I'm going to try to get like the black grapes as well. Now the fruit bushes, blackberries, black raspberries, I don't need to buy those. So that's going to save us a little bit of money. Red raspberries, I might not have to buy those either. So that'll save us a little bit more. Fall gold raspberries. Really hoping and praying that I can get them to grow. Should be able to. Just got to plant them in the right spot. So we'll see. Royal purple raspberries, blueberries. There's a pink lemonade blueberry. And I know I can get a hold of them. Probably have to order them in like January, February from Baker's Creek. But I will get them. Scarlet goji berries, black goji berries, huckleberries, black currants, red currants, white currants, boysenberries. I don't have to buy those. Gooseberries and aronia berries. And then there's the white alpine strawberries, the red alpine, and then there's a yellow alpine strawberry. What I want to do again, half of it's going to be out to the west of the house, and the other half is going to be out to the north of the house near the barn, the old barn. The reason we're planting that much is because I want to be able to bring people in and let them pick. Do like pay a certain amount per pound, whatever. And I'm going to be reasonable about it. I'm not going to be, like, oh, $5 a pound. No, that's just stupid because I don't like paying that much in the store. We're going to be very reasonable, and I want to be able to help people out. It's really difficult to eat healthy, especially when you're not making a lot of money, because buying healthy food is expensive, and I don't want that to be the thing for Faith First. So there's that. Now, as far as we will need the outdoor kitchen because, as I said in my last video, power goes down. We don't have the power. If I'm relying on the electric stove, I can't put the harvest up. Gotta have the outdoor kitchen so I have something consistent to be able to put the harvest up. So that's where that's going to come in at. We will be getting dairy goats. And the structures, I did figure out, we're going to fix up the old chicken coop. I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm going to have to get out there and check out. I've got to get some boots. I don't even have winter boots. I know. I live in Michigan and I don't have winter boots. Just I haven't been able to afford it. Then I'm going to get some boots and I got to go out there and check it out. I don't know how much damage was done to it. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. I don't know. I don't know. And we're going to have to get a hold of the materials to fix it. And I'm going to have to cement and put dirt around the entire yard, the chicken yard. I'm going to have to look for holes in the fence. I'm going to have to fix the fence, yada, 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 yada. Now, one of the reasons I'm choosing to do this is because here in Michigan, Leslie Township, you have to get a building permit for every single building structure you put on your property. Even if we were to get a tiny house or a shed, if it's a new structure, you need a building permit. That's at least $200. Anywhere from $200 to $300. I don't know if it's gone up or not. I have no idea. So I'm figuring between $200 and $300. And if you don't get a building permit for each one that you do, you're going to get fined for probably twice as much as it would have cost for the building permit. So I might, just whatever. I'm going to get the building permit. Sorry, my nose is itchy. So I'm going to fix the chicken coop. I might add on to it. I don't know. That's kind of up in the air. Probably going to have to because I want to put the guineas and the turkeys in there. And Aaron's like, Mom, you don't need as many chickens. Well, we're going to put eggs on the farm stand. So, and you know what? We're going to help people out with fresh farm eggs. So, farm fresh eggs. So, deal with it. Anyway, plus I like my chickens. And I want my certain chickens. And the chickens that I have written down that I want are Baird Rocks, Black Sex Link, and I know, Val, that's kind of a funny name, but look it up. Black Sex Link is a black colored chicken, and they're a very pretty chicken, even though they have a very weird name, and their eggs are pretty. Easter Browns, and they have a reddish brown egg. They're really pretty. well, the shell is. Rhode Island Reds, and I love them too. Americana chickens, Buff Orpingtons. They're very pretty and very docile chickens. I love those chickens. Golden Wyandotte, golden laced Wyandottes, silver laced Wyandottes, possibly blue laced Wyandottes. I love all those chickens. They're so pretty. I had the golden laced Wyandottes, and we moved before they were full grown. But I did get to see how pretty they were getting, and they are gorgeous. I'm a chicken lover. I'm sorry, I just am. Then olive eggers, they lay a light olive green colored egg. They're very pretty. And the Easter eggers, they lay pastel colored eggs. Yeah, I'm crazy, but I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm sorry, I just do. So that would be 2 of each. So 20 chickens, and Aaron's gonna yell at me, and I don't care. And then I want at least 2 to 4 guineas and probably 4 turkeys. Partly because they're very good guard birds for the flock. My eye itches. And the guineas also help with ticks and with the bad bugs around, the garden and that kind of thing. And I can make it to where I can let them in our garden area, and they'll clean up the bad bugs. It is. It's a lot of eggs, but I love my chickens. I'll make sure you get pictures. And you'll be able to see the videos because I'll be doing a lot of videos. So, hey. Anyway. And the turkeys, I'll probably have a couple of different turkeys. Family Farm and Home sells the white turkeys, and they sell this other one that is like black, white, and gray, I think. You'll get pictures. I can send you pictures for sure, because I'm going to have a ton of pictures on my phone. And you'll also get to see the videos too. So pass it on, and like, hey, get people to subscribe to the channel too. So anyway,
something funny. We tend to be funny
I forgot what I was saying.
It's
Anyway, so but if I have to add on to the chicken coop, I will. That's going to be at least $200 to $300 for a building permit. And yes, they make you get a building permit to add on. It's just whatever. I'll do whatever I have to build the farm legit, because I really want to have this be a business, mainly because of the farm stand. I will. Ooh, there's 3 people watching. Cool. What was it saying? Anyway, yeah. The farm stand is going to be a big part of it, plus our Etsy store. And our Etsy store is going to have a ton of stuff on it. Farm stand is going to have a ton of stuff. And yes, Val, I will be able to send out anything you want. You can order off our Etsy store, or you can order through me. And we're going to end up having a website up, and you can order from our website. So there will be our t-shirts, our sweatshirts, our hoodies, our sweatshirt jackets, which is what this is. And I'll zip it up if I can get my nails to work. And don't laugh at me. I'm not used to long nails. My sweatshirt jackets, I put the cabin and the barn up a little too high on there, but sweatshirt jackets, there'll be jean jackets, glassware, drinking glasses, wine glasses, shot glasses. Yes, I'm going to paint some shot glasses. Cutting boards. There will be paintings, my paintings, there will be like tile coasters, crocheted coasters. Thank you. There'll be probably like once a year there's going to be a crocheted blanket and a quilt because those are obviously going to take a while. There's going to be there'll be lots of my paintings. There'll be one or two of our Homestead journals, which once I get the printer down here, I was working on that. I'm gonna start working on that again. I'm off work for 6 to 8 weeks. I'm gonna start focusing on like a lot of that stuff, like heavy, to really get working on it. The journal's gonna be like the Homestead binder, Homestead journal. It's like a Homestead binder / journal. It's gonna have everything combined, like all the records to keep for animals, for the gardens, the planners, the journals, the calendars. I'm gonna combine the whole thing. So, I mean, there's going to be a couple of those on the farm stand. You'll be able to order that on the Etsy store. You'll be able to order that from the website. I'll probably make it to where you can do like a PDF download of it, which I'll probably charge less for that because I won't be using like, my paper and ink and that kind of thing for it. Now, at the end of the summer, getting into harvest time, on the farm stand, there's going to be things like fresh produce from our garden. Once we get our beehives and we're getting honey, which I'm hoping only takes a year. Sometimes it can take 2. Thank you. We'll have raw honey on the farm stand as well. But I'm gonna have like jams and jellies and fresh produce. Of course, there's gonna be farm fresh eggs, which I probably won't sell for more than $3, so $3.50 a dozen, which is gonna be cheaper than where you can buy them in the store anyway, and much better eggs. Now we are gonna have dairy goats, but I'm not gonna put any raw milk products on the farm stand because that goes into a whole different ball game with the state, and just I don't want to deal with it. So yeah, the farm stand, I'll probably have to pay for a building permit for that because that's going to be a permanent structure. And there'll be the goats and the feeder pigs, and the feeder pigs are going to be, I'm going to get them at the beginning of the season. We're going to raise them for the season and then have them butchered, and we'll have the meat from them. I'm probably going to raise at least 4 feeder pigs. We're going to keep 2 and have them butchered at the end of their season. And we're going to sell the other 2, but we're going to sell them before they're butchered. Because I don't want to deal with that meat and having to deal with, the food safety on selling, you know what I mean? So it's just going to be easier to sell the 2 live feeder pigs and get the money out of it and put it back into the homestead instead of selling the meat from it. It's just smarter. The dairy goats, the raw milk that we get from the dairy goats is going to be for our consumption. Like I said, I'm not going to deal with that. But I will be making things like homemade yogurt, homemade cheese, butter, of course. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting I might get a mini dairy cow. I don't know. It depends on the amount of space you need for pasture. I know we have the room for dairy goats. We have the room for feeder pigs, chickens, all that. I don't know if we would have the room for that. Plus, my leg. Reason I'm going in tomorrow. Hang on. I can't put this stuff anywhere else. But if you need to lay down, I'm going to pull the blankets up. Give me a second. I'm not running away. I'm pulling the blankets up so Scott can lay down because he has to get up in the morning. Scott, that's not a smart place to put your phone.
I don't know where else to put it.
The cats are going to knock it on the floor.
They just did last night.
And they're going to keep doing it. Hurry up, get up so
Just a
I
second.
can do this. You never did this litter box. You only have to do it tonight or first thing in the morning. Because it can't stay like that.
Also, your former state.
Sorry, guys. I'm pulling the blankets up so Scott can go to bed. If I can do it with my nails.
Probably. Seven. And
I can't deal with the blankets being. Come on, really? I can't do this. Ugh.
You've got light snow showers around, nothing more than.
I'm having issues with my nails.
The leftover flurry.
This is the reason I don't buy these nails.
It's around 33 degrees.
Well, you won't catch me working on the homestead with the long fake nails on.
20s with stacks of wind chill still. Staff meteorologist.
I can just picture it. You guys should sit there picturing that one.
Lots of laughs.
What, Chloe? If it's 12:30, yeah. Sorry, I'm like all hyped up. I had too much coffee and I'm on a live show. Yes, Chloe, it is. Ouch. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna try to move my stuff so he can lay down. This is stuff that I usually set on top of my computer, so I can't do that right now. He's just gonna have to deal with the kitty carrier. I mean, I guess I can move that right now. That's what I've been putting Bandit in at night. Again, you can't be in the same space as Cinnamon right now. Sorry. I had to get the bed ready so Scott could lay down because he's got to go.
Put this on the porch and take care of it in the morning.
Okay. Don't let Cinnamon in here right now, please.
It's not even open.
She. Because if it was a boy, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Anyway. All right. So what was I saying? Yeah. So the dairy goats, again, are just going to be for our consumption. Not the goats. I won't do that. I will not do the goats for meat. I forgot about the duck house. Okay, so that's going to be another. Okay. Yeah. There's also the smokehouse. I might be able to get away with that one. So I might be able to put that in the spot where they can't see it. Smokehouse obviously we'll use to cure meat, like after grids go down and we don't have any other way to deal with it. So there'll probably be an add-on to the chicken coop, and then it'll be our duck house. And I decided for the goats and the feeder pigs, I'm going to make it one structure, so I only have to buy one permit for that. But I'm inside it, I'll put up a wall in the middle to where the goats are on one side, the feeder pigs are on the other side, and then just two separate fences to where, they have their own space. Now the rabbits and the quail, the rabbit hutch and the quail coop, I'm going to put inside my garden center. So if you're using existing buildings, you don't need a building permit, obviously. And my garden center, if you go back and watch my older videos, my garden center now is what used to be my old outdoor kitchen area. So there'll be a building permit for an add-on for the chicken coop. There'll be a building permit for the farm stand. There'll be a building permit for the duck house, for the barn for the goats and the field pigs, and maybe the greenhouse. I don't know. I can get away with a smokehouse for sure, because I can put it in a spot where it's not going to be seen. There's one other. Oh, and the outdoor kitchen. And there should be one other thing.
No.
Okay, don't shut that light off.
Wasn't going to.
Oh, duh. I also included the front porch. So there'll be 7 things that we're going to need a building permit for. So it's going to be anywhere between $900 to $2,100 just for that. So this is why I need to kick it into gear and start getting the businesses up and going. Oh, and the farm stand is also going to include homemade soaps. And yes, Val, if you would like, once I get my supplies, which I have to just replace everything because we had to throw everything away that was up here because it was full of black mold. Don't want to use that, obviously. Please stop. And you'll be able to order homemade soaps online off from our Etsy store. You'll be able to order it on our website once it's up. And you'll be able to buy it on our farm stand as well as just on a personal level through me. So, I'm kind of getting off track. Now, on the other video, I went over like how much it's going to cost for the fruit trees, the fruit bushes, and I'm not even going to have to buy the blackberry bushes and the black raspberry bushes or the boysenberry bushes. I might not have to buy the red raspberry bushes, which is going to save some, but it's going to cost us around $10,000 to get all of our trees and bushes. And I'm hoping to get them all this spring.
My phone, I forgot to show my alarm.
Really? Well, where's Bandit? I think I'm gonna put him in the carrier. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna put Bandit in the carrier so I can let Cinnamon in here. Oh, wait a minute. He's stuffing his face. No wonder he's such a big boy. Anyway, yeah. So this is the reason I need to get my stuff up and going. I might honestly, instead of waiting for this summer to get the farm stand up, I might squeeze out that $200 to $300 get the materials and get that farm stand built like ASAP to where I can start getting stuff out there and start making some money towards the homestead, because we're gonna need a lot of money. That privacy fence, I'm not gonna put it up just around a short or a small area around the property. It is going to go around the entire 5 acres. Why? Because there's been too much damage and too many things stolen, and I don't trust people. There's going to be 3 gates, one at our back driveway, one at our half circle driveway, and one at Kennyville. Period. That's it. Anywhere else around here, nobody's getting in. And those gates are going to be locked, except for during certain hours during the daytime. So we've just taken too much damage. And Tim is not allowed on this property. Again, ever. Having issues?
My battery's low.
Why don't you ever charge your phone?
I do.
Then you're using it too much afterwards.
Yeah, hopefully it'll work. We got it set for 6.
How low is your battery?
$48. I have to go get my phone on my charger. It's
Hang on. Sorry, guys.
All right, let's figure out where Bandit went to. He's probably back there. Where did she go? I don't know where he went.
He was over there stuffing his face. I don't know where he went. Freaking ankle hurts. My leg hurts.
put these back on.
Let Cinnamon in here
Go.
and I will deal with him.
Charger.
Your phone, though. You're gonna end up just having to deal with a carrier
It's fine.
because I can't do anything with this stuff right now.
So they go get my charger.
Sorry. I'll deal with him when he pops his head out. Anyway, yeah. So the whole property is gonna have that privacy fence up. And that's, for our protection
Here's Cinnamon.
as a family, as a business, the whole 9 yards. And the gates are going to be locked at night, especially. And we're going to have like floodlights around the gates on both sides of every gate to scare people away that might try to do something stupid.
There's a extension cord down here.
Why don't you just plug it into the generator? Not the charger part itself. Just plug your phone into the generator.
Okay.
I wake up enough during the night. I can check on it. It's over there. Anyway, so the privacy fence is probably going to cost us like $1,500 to $3,000 because of how, I chain link fence, and then I'm planning on around the outside of it privacy cloth to start with. And then as we get the building materials, we're going to put wood around the whole outside of it to make it to where it's straight up privacy fence.
I got Bandit.
Plus that'll make it to where it's a lot easier for us to let Nebula out. Cat, I swear, please don't make me rip my nail off. Yes, unfortunately, this is what we have to do with Bandit tonight right now. Because I can't leave Cinnamon out there. She gets into trouble. Anyway. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I brain farted, you guys. I totally brain farted. Anyway. So that's just the fencing for the privacy fence, and then you include the fencing for, like, the animals and the chicken coop, which, if I fix up the chicken coop and possibly add on to it, I'm not going to need much fencing for that. I mean, I'm going to have to get some stuff for fixing it, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. There's going to be the building materials for the outdoor kitchen, which I know how to do that. I know how I want to do that, and I'm not going to have it wired or anything. I don't need that, because it's supposed to be to where we can live without electricity. I don't need it wired for electricity. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I know. I'm hyped, you guys. It's after midnight. I had too much coffee. I'm sorry. I just did. So I'm probably gonna be tired tomorrow, but whatever. I don't care. Yeah, so there's gonna be the fencing, for the other around the other animals. Which
Well, FM, that is Richard from Mandisa. Thank you for getting here.
Yeah, the ducks and the geese, I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, so
Isaiah 43. Be familiar with
we'll have the orchard, we'll have our outdoor kitchen, the garden areas. The garden area is going to be huge. Now, I'm hoping I can get the building materials to do the raised beds. I don't know if I would be able to buy them all. I'm going to have to kind of like weigh it out and see how easy it's going to be to get the materials, like pallets, to build the raised beds, because I could save a lot of money that way. But I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to get the pallets. Now, if I can get a truck right away, that's a different story, because I can go looking for them. If not, I'm probably going to have to either buy them, or I'll have to do the lasagna gardening method myself. If I have to do it, I have to do it, but I'm going to make it to where those little roots for all of those plants are not going to go down into the nasty soil that's out there that's got all the chemicals in it. It's not going to happen, because I'm not going to feed that to my family or any of you guys. It's going to be healthy food, period. We're going to have a lot of different compost areas. I have one right now. Our tent completely fell over out there because of the wind. They don't make them very well at all. We have not picked it up yet. Now, Andrew, he comes up here. I'm going to let him use the trailer. He has his own propane heater, and he can easily stay out there on the trailer. He wouldn't have any problem with that. It would be his own space, We will have to fix the leak in the roof. It's on the side of the bedroom. He would have to sleep on the couch. Pull-out couch like where we were sleeping. Now, the greenhouse. Now, I was thinking at first, the way I did it on the grid was to attach the greenhouse to the new house. but not going to do that. So the greenhouse is going to be a separate structure. I'm going to have to pay for a building permit, but I don't care. Now the farm stand. This is getting into the whole nitty-gritty of the business. The farm stand in and of itself is going to have so many items on it. Now, everything that I'm going to list off, can be ordered. Again, through me. I'm going to talk to Aaron, my oldest son, who we live with, who lives here now, or who we are living in the same place with again. He's the one that was living in this house the whole time we were gone. I'm going to talk to him and see if he can help build our website. And I'll pay whatever I have to, and that's going to be a business expense. I'll pay whatever I have to for the website for it to get out there. But you'll be able to order pretty much everything through me, through the website, through the Etsy store. And you'll be able to buy most of everything on the farm stand or at the farm stand, through the farm stand, whatever. And I'll have order forms to fill out for the other stuff that obviously I'm not going to have right there at the farm stand. So here we go. The business part of it. And I know we're an hour in. I don't care. This is the Happy New Year. What's up, Faith First Farm and Homestead 2025 business side of Faith First Farm. So here we go. Now, there are certain things that we're going to keep on the farm stand at all times. Other things that are just going to be seasonal. And Val, I thank you for sticking with me. Makes me feel special that I have at least one person hanging out with me right now. Appreciate that. So, number one, the Faith First t-shirts. I don't have one of the t-shirts on. I showed you the sweatshirt. But the t-shirts, the long sleeve t-shirts, there's going to be plenty of those. There's going to be regular sweatshirts, hoodies, sweatshirt jackets, jean jackets. Now the t-shirts, okay, and I'm going to stop myself right here. If I have to hand paint them, I'm going to have to charge at least $20 for the t-shirt. And that's going to be kind of low. Okay. It took me forever to do that tonight. It's probably the material. And my leg was hurting. So that's another part. But, sorry, I was checking the propane heater. I got to fill another propane tank. I think we're good because we haven't used it a whole lot. But if I have to hand paint them, brush paint them, not hand paint, because they're all hand painted. If I have to brush paint them, you're looking at least $20, maybe 25. I apologize for that up front, but it's going to take me as long as it was taking me tonight. The sweatshirts, at least $30. Again, I apologize for that. With the time I'm having to put into it, plus the paints. I hope you can understand that. The hoodies, I mean, it's going to be the same thing. The sweatshirt jackets, the jean jackets. Now, for me, the jean jackets, it could cost me $50 to buy a jean jacket. Unless I can go to like Goodwill and get one for like 10. and I would sell one that wasn't in good condition. Okay. I'm gonna have a couple of my own. I already have one that I did before we moved, which, Val, I know you saw that jean jacket. I have another jean jacket up here that I forgot about that I'm going to be making into a Faith First Farm jacket. Mainly to, show, what kind of stuff I can do, on the business end of it. The glasses, the glassware is going to be a set of 4 for $15. And a set of 8 for like 27 or 25 or something like that. That was Elaine's idea because of how, the time putting into it and the paint and that kind of thing. Again, shot glasses, mugs, and I can get all of this. I mean, I love having Dollar Tree down here, and this store is so much better than the one in Mason. The stuff I could get. The stuff I could get. Oh my goodness, you guys. The glassware, the wine glasses, the shot glasses, the regular glasses, the mugs, it's all there. I can get it. Like I can even do plates. I can do Faith First Farm and Homestead plate sets, you guys. So that would be another thing. And this is all stuff that I will make available on the farm stand. And yes, Val, you can order it. You can order it through me on the website, through the Etsy store. If you only feel comfortable ordering it through me, that is fine. Totally fine. Now, one of the seasonal things are going to be ornaments. I have a set right now. I never got done for Christmas because we had so much going on. But I'm going to be doing sets of ornaments for Christmas every year. And those are going to be available on the farm stand from the time, like right after Thanksgiving. And they're going to be made available to purchase online, on the farm stand, through me, whatever. And they're going to be cool. So, and that's going to be like painting, that kind of thing. I might even like do some diamond painting ones and sell those. Coasters, I mentioned those. Quilts, 1 to 2, depending on how many of them I can make in a year. I mean, that's going to take the money I'm going to be putting into those. Buying the fabric and the batting for the middle, and it's going to be natural cotton batting. What? You're not going back out there. Deal with it. Cinnamon? No, you're not going back out there. See, I deal with this at night. This is why I don't get any sleep. Crocheted blankets. I mean, that's, probably going to be a once a year thing. Because again, time. They take a while to make. Now, crocheted dish rags, those, I can crank those out in like freaking hour. If that. I just need my yarn. You're not going back out there. Oh, stop. Go get mama. Anyway. I can do crocheted coasters, and what I'm going to do with those, I'm going to crochet them and then glue like that plastic canvas stuff to the back of it, and then like felt to the back of that. So, and those are going to go in sets as well. Scarves. Oh, Boots is falling asleep. I can crochet scarves. There'll be homemade soaps. One batch makes about 20 bars. I'm going to sell them for like $5 a piece. The smaller bars will be probably $2.50 to $3 a piece. Now a whole bat, or I'll also do like two for $8, something like that. Now, if somebody wanted a whole batch at $5 a piece, that would be $100, but I would probably drop it down for like to like $75 for a whole batch of them for like 20. And in my homemade soaps, I use goat's milk soap base and usually like triple butter soap base or shea butter soap base or double butter soap base, or like you can use like the clear glycerin soap base, you can use an oatmeal soap base, you can use honey, aloe, something like that. And then I've got to get my essential oils. I'm probably going to end up having to buy another set because my set that Elaine bought me is in Oklahoma, unfortunately. I will get them. Anyway. But I use essential oils in them, and you can buy soap colorants, which I will get some more. I had to throw those away. And, natural soap colorant things, that don't include like really bad dyes or anything like that. And, you can make pretty colors and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be getting like the different soap molds and that kind of thing. So I can do swirled bars, that kind of thing. So there's going to be a whole bunch of different ones. Paintings. Now I'm going to try to make it to where there's always homemade soaps available on the farm stand. You can always order them. Paintings. They're going to be as I can do them. I'm going to try to make it to where there's always small ones for sale on the farm stand. You can always order a painting. If there's a picture of something, landscapes, please do not send me pictures of animals right now or people. Would not like the outcome. No. Landscapes. Val, you've seen my paintings. I've shown you. Send me pictures. If you want to work out a deal to pay for them, I'll leave that up to you. If you specifically order one, we'll work out the price. If you choose to buy a small one that I do, those are going to be like a set price that I set on those particular paintings, whatever. No, they're not going to be art gallery prices. I'm not going to do that. Now, if you want to buy it through my art gallery, through Faith First Art Gallery, now that's a different story. Because those prices are going to be much, 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 much higher. Why? Because it's an art gallery. That's why. There'll be painted coasters, painted tiles, like the ceramic tiles. Faith First cutting boards. I'm going to try to always have those available on the farm stand. Now, this is one of the things that's going to be seasonal. These are going to be available in the springtime only. Okay. The elderberry cuttings, though, I think you could do those in the fall. I'm going to have to research that. I have not researched that yet. I will. You're not going out there. No. Elderberry cuttings. There will always be an order form to fill out for elderberry bushes. Now, elderberry, you guys. Elderberry is so medicinal. I am going to look up. Elderberry is going to be one of the things I'm going to start doing videos on because it is so medicinal, so healthy, so immune boosting. It's an amazing fruit. It's an amazing food, medicine. It's so good for you. So good for you. Just don't eat the berries fresh off the bush because they have to be cooked for you to eat them safely. But I will do elderberry cuttings. Those will be available seasonally. And you'll be able to get 5 elderberry cuttings for $12 and 10 for $20. And 10 is basically going to be a whole elderberry patch. Okay, so pretty good $20 for an entire elderberry patch. Now here's our Cinnababy. See our cinnamon? She's gotten. No, yeah, she still doesn't like really being held. No, get out. No. There'll be blackberry plants. Blackberry, black raspberry, red raspberry, hopefully down the road, fall gold raspberry, and then the purple raspberry, hopefully. And the boysenberry, forgot about that. Plants. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take cuttings, I'm going to root them out, plant them in pots, big enough pots, and get them grown up to probably like this and sell them. Farm stand. Seasonally. Those are going to be $15. Period. Each. Because they're going to be, I will have put the time and effort and all that into those. But again, that's going to be seasonal. In the spring, that's going to be a spring thing. The fresh produce, obviously, that's going to be seasonal, and that's going to be at harvest time. Which there's going to be cucumbers and watch your feet, please. Tomatoes, I'm sure. There's going to be probably carrots and possibly corn. Depends on how much of it I can get planted. I'll probably end up doing bags, like gallon-sized bags of lettuce greens for $1 a piece. Because we're gonna have lettuce greens up the yin yang. If it's anything like it was the year that I did the square foot garden, you go and watch my video called The Garden Tour of 2020. I had lettuce up the yin yang. Like salad greens, it was just so much. It was so healthy for you, and it was amazing and wonderful and so good. But that's just not even scratching the surface. And I'm going to plant all kinds of different types of tomatoes, like Cherokee Purple and the Black Beauty and the Black Brandywine and the Black Crim and the Pink Brandywine and the Beefsteak tomatoes and the Mortgage Lifters and the big rainbow tomatoes, and that's just a few. And the lemon boy ones, which are about like that, and they're yellow, and also the orange ones. Oranges have all kinds of really cool tomatoes. And they'll be for sale on the farm stand as well. I mean, I can't even off the top of my head name everything. And I'm not going to do that because it's going to be, I'd be up all night. I don't want to do that. But there's also going to be baked goods. And I'm going to try to make sure there's always baked goods on the farm stand, which is going to include homemade bread, quick breads, which will be like muffins, jumbo and regular size, and mini muffins, cookies, pies, which I'm going to do probably in order form where you can order, like do pies made to order kind of thing, with us home making the crust, and everything will be like healthy and all that and homemade and everything in it. Even right down to the butter, it'll be like fresh butter. Now another seasonal thing are going to be my candy boxes. Val, I have not even put those together yet. I haven't put them together yet. there was just too much going on at Christmas time with Chloe, and I haven't even put ours together yet. I will put them together, and I will get those out. No, it's not going to be like that every year. This was just kind of a rush thing this year because we had just moved back, and me and Chloe weren't even sure if we were going to do them, and it was kind of a last minute thing that we decided to, so we didn't even start working on stuff until second week of December. So yeah, me it was like the week before Christmas, and normally I start working on them right after Thanksgiving. So gives you a clue. But the candy boxes will be available on the farm stand seasonally. Not on the farm stand, but I'll have a sign up that say candy boxes available now to order. Next year, I'm going to be putting together the ultimate candy boxes, which are going to be like your big shirt size gift boxes. And they're going to have a ton of stuff in. Like right now, I have up to almost 30 different candies that I'm planning on making for those gift boxes. Church windows, Buckeyes, peanut butter cups, and I made those this year, by the way. Oreo truffles, chocolate covered or melted snowman truffles, chocolate pretzels, white pretzels, dark chocolate cake truffles, chocolate lemon supreme cake truffles, red velvet cake truffles, strawberry cake truffles, chocolate peppermint truffles, chocolate blackberry truffles, which the blackberry in those are from a blackberry jam, which will be homemade from our blackberries, fresh from the farm, the Homestead. So that'll make it even more special. Chocolate fudge, dark chocolate fudge, mint and dark chocolate fudge, vanilla swirl fudge, envelopes of fudge, layered mint candies, Maine potato candies, Christmas mice. And I'm going to do those in a way to where everyone will like them. Caramel truffles, which actually taste like homemade Rolos. Browned butter chocolates, sugar cookies. I don't know if I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to put those in there or not. Peanut butter pinwheels, maybe. Oh, the sugar cookie truffle. I'm sorry. Peanut butter pinwheels, candy cane Oreo truffles, and gingerbread truffles. 27 so far. But I'm going to try to get it up to 30 and just call it good because it's going to be a lot of ingredients. Anyway, but those are going to be available seasonally. Probably going to have to start working on them right after Halloween. Anyway, because I'm going to have a lot going on. Now the honey, again, I'm hoping to get our bees this spring. I have a lot of work to do. I'm going to have to get the beekeeping books. I really haven't done a lot of research. The most research I've done are the videos I've done on it. So I have to get the beekeeping book, and I'm going to have to get the suit and all that. I know where I'm going to put them. And I'm going to have to find out, the laws and that kind of stuff on that. I'm hoping it won't take 2 years for us to get honey in surplus for us to sell. I don't know. But I know it can take up to 2 years. So we'll see on that. But there will eventually be raw honey available on the farm stand. And I'm not going to be a jerk about it. I will sell the pints for $10 and the quarts for $15. I'm not going to be a jerk about it. Jams and jellies, that's going to be a seasonal thing unless I have an overabundance of them. Now in the spring, there's going to be another jelly that I'm going to be making. Again, it's my lilac jelly. Because we have lilac bushes out here. Now you're probably like, wait, what? Lilac jelly? Yes, lilacs are edible and they're very healthy. And I've made this stuff once and even my mother liked it. So I have that to hang on to. My mom, bless her heart, loved my lilac jelly. I might even have like a half pint still down in the basement. But yeah, that's gonna be a spring thing. So that'll be some of the first jellies that'll be up on the farm stand. My nails. Blah, 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 blah. And then another seasonal is gonna be dried herbs. And those will be in like the little quarter pint jars. Dried, and we'll put I'll put the herbs through my dehydrator and put some of them on once we have what we need, there'll be some available on the farm stand. Because my herb garden is going to be huge. I'm going to have a medicinal herb garden that's going to have 5 to 7 long full-size beds in it. So we're going to have a lot of medicinal herbs, and 90% of those are perennial, which means they come up every year. You don't have to replant them. I do have mint out there. I'm so happy that Elaine found that. I didn't get a chance to dehydrate any this year. I didn't get to it. But we had so much going on after we first got back up here. Now, farm fresh eggs. I went over that. They're going to be $3.50 a dozen. We will have ducks, and I'm going to get the ones where they produce as many eggs as the chickens, and I'm going to make sure those are going to be for sale too. But those are going to be like $5 for 6 and probably $10 for a dozen, because those are kind of rare and more on the expensive side, but they're going to be fresh and healthy. Now, hand sewn things like aprons, and I went over this in my other video. I'm going to do like the cooking aprons, the egg gathering aprons, the harvesting aprons, gardening aprons, that kind of thing. It'd be $20 to $25 a piece. And a lot of them I'm going to try to do out of denim. But remember, I'm going to have to purchase this material. So I'm going to have to set the price accordingly on how much I spent on the material and how long it takes me to make them. And what I spent on, I'm putting into it. So, because I don't have the material sitting around. I have a little bit of my material here. My quilt blocks are down there. I'll be able to hand sew like some small purses, that kind of thing. And those will be available on the farm stand. I'll probably always make sure those are available on the farm stand. Now the cookbooks, you guys. Looking right at my phone. Where's my phone? Screw it. I'm not going to be able to find that. It's going to take forever. My phone needs to be charged again. The cookbooks. I'm still working on them. If I have 6 to 8 weeks off work, hey, I'll be able to put time into that too. Yeah. Also going to be working on a job from home. So, yeah. Just got to make money somehow, right? Oh, my stomach hurts. I've been sitting too long. But the cookbooks are going to cost me, I think I have to order at least 100 to start. And if they're $10 a piece, I'm going to get up for a minute, you guys. I've been sitting too long. I'm scrunched and it hurts. If they charge me $10 a piece, oh, dang it. And I know that's what it is. If they charge me $10 a piece, and I have to order 100 of them, and that means it's going to cost me $1,000 to get one order of my cookbooks. So I'm going to have to sell them for at least $15 a piece, which isn't bad when you consider I can put up to 500 recipes in them, and I don't have anywhere near that in right now. And I want to keep adding to it, but I need to try to get them done So I'm gonna have to work on that, really work on that. I might do a GoFundMe thing. I don't know. I'm gonna try to raise money somehow to get the money to put the order in for the cookbooks. Because I get those will be available on the farm stand. Now it's only gonna be $100 a piece. Wow, I would never sell any. There's only gonna be 100 of them to start. So but like I said, they'll be $15 a piece, so I can make the money back on those. I'm gonna say $15 to $20 a piece, because I don't know how much more it's gonna cost me for like shipping or whatever. So I'm gonna say $15 to $20 a piece. The next thing that's gonna be a seasonal, and once I get the cookbooks, I'll make sure that we have them on the farm stand, unless we don't have any more. I will try to make sure I always have an abundance of the cookbooks. Pumpkins will be there seasonally. Jewelry. Now, Chloe has expressed an interest in making jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, that kind of thing. And Mandy might even want to do that too. Now, whatever they make, and it's on the farm stand or that's on the Etsy store, or if it's ordered through the website or whatever, they get the money for that. From that, sorry, I'm getting kind of tired. But it's like 1:21 in the morning. I wonder why. All right, the other thing that people will be able to order, this is like another part of the business end of Faith First. Once we get our chickens and our rabbits and our quail, the quail we will use towards meat, but we will also sell the eggs and we'll sell the birds, babies as well. The rabbits will be strictly business, selling the babies. But there'll be order forms on the farm stand, as well as on our website. Probably not the Etsy store, but through the website, and order forms on the farm stand. And, like, the problem is, for that, I will not ship animals, not even chicks. You want farm babies, you will have to come here and pick them up. Period. But chicks, even baby ducklings, $5 a piece. The bunnies, it's gonna depend on the breed. They could be anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece, depending on the breed. Baby goats. And there'll be dairy goats. They're going to be anywhere from $100 to $150 a piece. Maybe $50 to $75. It's going to depend on the breed. Quail babies will be $3 a piece. And like I said, you'll have to show up to pick them up. That's not getting. And I mentioned boysenberries. Another plant that I will make available, and this should be available late spring. I'm going to have to order more strawberry plants. I'm going to have to order all of my strawberry plants. I will have strawberry plants available from like strawberry runners, that kind of thing. And I will make sure that they're rooted, in little pots. Val, you probably saw the pictures of my little pots that were like that. Like the little 3-inch pots. I will, get them rooted and everything and make sure they're healthy and all that. And those will be sell for like $2 or $3 a piece. And I can ship those. I can. So there's another idea. If you want strawberries, Val, let me know. Now, watermelon rind pickles. I have a lot of them. There's a lot down in Oklahoma. So hopefully I can get Andrew to bring them up here. I've been too scrunched over. Watermelon rind pickles, a pint will sell for $5, and I will ship those. I don't know how much shipping and handling is going to cost. Those will be available on the farm stand, and you'll be able to order those probably. I don't know if you'll be able to order those on the Etsy store or not. Definitely through our website once it's up. Pickles, a pint, I'll do for like $3 for a pint of pickles. I'll have a lot of them. I have a lot of them in the basement. I have bread and butter pickles. I have regular pickles. I have some really sour dill pickles. I have watermelon rind pickles. I have some dilled beans that I did. I have canned tomatoes. I have quite a lot. I have a lot of stuff I did down there. Pickled beets as well. Now, I might have an overabundance of those, so I might be willing to sell some of those. But I will probably buy jars specifically to sell for those. Pineberry strawberry plants, I'll sell those for probably $3 to $5 a piece. Survival seed packets. Now, those are not going to be available from our own seeds until, I'm hoping, harvest time. What I'm planning on doing is getting these little tiny Ziploc bags and putting a certain amount of seeds from certain plants in each one, one kind in each bag, and then I'll label them. And I'm going to get a label, like a label printer to print like these small labels that I can put on the bags. And I'm going to make sure they say Faith First Farm and Homestead Survival Seeds, and then the name of the vegetable or fruit, whatever.
To overcome the challenges of labels and negative stereotypes.
But that, I'm not sure how much I'm going to charge for those yet. I haven't figured that out yet. But eventually those will be available on the website. Oh, I had a baby right here. Oh, does she have a baby? Who's your baby? That's Cream. That's Chloe's kitty.
Like snow showers around nothing more
Oh, dang. I've been scrunched over too much. It freaking hurts.
Around 33 degrees and windy and even colder on Thursday. To the mid to upper 20s.
Scrunched.
And chill still.
Wood burned items. Now that's Chloe's department. So any wood burned item, she gets the money for that. From that. Cement crafts. Now I'm going to be getting like bags of cement to specifically do crafts with them and paint those. And if Chloe does any, she'll get the money from that. Feeling really weird. I don't know why. Fruit tree seedlings eventually. Now, 6 to 8 inches. I want to be able to take seeds, our fruit tree seeds, and 6 to 8 inches will be $8. 6-month-old trees, which are probably going to be about like that, $15. I like how I'm feeling right now. I hope I'm not having problems with my gallbladder. That would suck. Yearlings, 1-year-old trees are going to be $25 a piece. 2-year trees, $45. So now the Homestead Journal binder. That's going to be worth a lot of money because I'm going to have to buy the ink for the printer and the paper. It's going to take a lot. I'm going to get a 3-hole punch, the ring binders, the whole 9 yards, and print the whole thing out once it's done and see what it takes. I will buy new ink for the printer. I will get that printer hooked up like to my computer and everything, and I will just start printing. See how long it takes and how much ink it takes, and I'll go from there. And I'll probably set the price on that for $100 to $150 because it's going to be huge, absolutely huge. And I mean, I'll probably buy the 3-inch ring binder for that because there's going to be so much in it. PDF download, probably $50, maybe, because it's going to be online. I might even go like 30 for that. Christmas decorations, I don't know, what I'm going to charge for those. It's going to just depend on what it is. Finished diamond paintings, individual, probably $15. Now, if I sell a full diamond painting display book with finished diamond paintings in it, those could be around $300 to $500. Excuse me, sorry. Because those take a while. Sorry, guys, maybe that's what's wrong. Beeswax candles from the beeswax from our bees once we have them. I mean, obviously going to take a while for us to be able to do that. I will probably buy organic, beeswax from Homestead bees, and start making them. They'll be $5 to $75. It just depends, I'll make some big candles, whatever. Clocks. Now, I'm gonna take and out of wood slices, probably about that thick, about that big, and some I'm gonna paint and make into a clock. And there's gonna be other ones that are gonna be wood burned, made into a clock, and those are gonna be at least $50 because it's gonna take a bit to make those. So. Knock it off, you fall. All right, so that's the main business part of Faith First. I know this is a lot. I don't think I have anything else in here. We also will have meat chickens. That's not going to cost me a building permit for those because I'm going to just have like a chicken tractor. It's going to be mobile, so they won't charge for that. our biggest goal is to have the farm built and ready to roll this spring. Don't know, you know, it's one of the reasons why I need to get the businesses up and going. But I'm really glad you guys stuck with me. It's the first time I've done a live with anybody on board. And even though it's only 2 people, I'm happy that there's 2. You know, that'll also help the channel. From here on out, I'm really going to dive into obviously more informational videos. I'm going to start working on more how-to videos. I will probably work on doing sewing videos. I'm going to do some painting videos where I'm, you know, doing paintings. I might even do a live thing with me doing paintings. This board, before I end this, you know, Scott's clothes are on it. Don't look at that. But this board that's back here, I don't know how big that is. That board, I decided I'm going to get some primer paint. Some white primer paint. And I'm going to paint it to make it to where, you know, it can be used. And I am going to do a painting on it. Now, I'm actually thinking about like putting a petition, or not a petition, but painting a line, like a frame around the entire thing, and then down the middle to where I've got 2.
You know, for bragging purposes.
And I'll do one painting on one side and another one on the other side. But I'll probably do a live show when I start doing that, you know, so you guys can see it. I mean, that's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for me to be able to do that. I'll probably have to buy like those small even like quart size things of paint. It's going to take a lot. It's going to cost a lot of money for me to do that. Will I sell it? Maybe. Probably only through the art gallery. It's going to be worth a lot of money. I mean, I might be willing to sell it through the website, but it's still going to be worth a lot of money. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I also have my, you know, bigger canvases back there. I did make sure those came up here with us. Here it is. I'm going to be getting more canvases as time goes on. Cramped my leg. Anyway, so, you know, that's the gist of it. That's what we're looking at with Faith First Farm and Homestead. And I apologize that it's so late. Gal, I know you probably fell asleep. It's okay. I have my work cut out for me. Like, I know I do. Especially with everything going on. And I'm going to have to get myself on a set schedule, which is not going to be staying up until 1:30 in the morning. But, you know, this video is kind of like just to bring in the new year through Faith First, or with Faith First, and to let you guys know what we're planning on and the kinds of things that we're going to be doing as a homestead. You know, we have a lot coming up. So anyway, I'm gonna definitely work on, you know, doing more live videos probably once a week where we're gonna be discussing things going on, and maybe, you know, some painting videos, whatever. I'll throw some painting videos in there while, it's just like regular videos when I'm working on paintings. Don't know if I'll do a video with, I might do a video out there with my phone when I'm working on my diamond painting. I don't know. Just depends. I'm going to have to get out and start walking because my body is like not happy with me right now. And I have to get myself healthy. But anyway, so Happy New Year from Faith First Farm and Homestead. And we're going into 2025 with our heads up and looking at a lot of things and, really working on getting the farm up and going and the homestead and the businesses and that kind of thing. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Leave a comment. I will talk to you. I will get back with you. Our email, where you can directly connect with us, is faithfirstfarm24@gmail.com. That's FAITHFARM. Sorry, scratch that. I'm tired. FAITHFIRSTFARM24 at, the little at symbol, gmail.com. So that's how you can, directly connect with me. Some of you have my direct cell number. You can reach me on Messenger. Susan Hostler. I have 2 Facebook pages you can reach me at. One of them has, some of you are on both of my Facebook pages. One of them has my flower that I painted, the daffodil that I painted as the little profile picture. And the other one has the picture of the cross with a rose that I painted. That one's the one I have on my phone. The other one I have on this computer. Anyway, so you guys can reach out to me through Messenger and through faithfirstfarm24@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to exchange phone numbers, but I won't do that on the comments on YouTube. If you have something that you would like to order, please let me know. All you have to do is leave a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. So, all I need to know is what you would like to order, and we'll work out the details and connect through email or Messenger. Exchange address. If you don't want to exchange it on Messenger, I get it. I will give you my number and you can text it to me. Anyway, just let me know. And I'm going to get off from here because this is almost a 2-hour video. And it's like 1:43 in the morning. I think I covered everything. And it's not like I can't pull something up. Or it's not like I can't, do a video and I'm tired. Talk about, whatever on a different video. My hair's a mess. Anyway. So I am gonna go ahead and get off from here. And I'm gonna get this working on uploading because it's gonna take all night long. So I can keep the cats off my keyboard. I don't know if there's a way I can do that. There might be. I think I can keep them off my keyboard. Anyway, I don't know if I'll be able to do a video tomorrow because I gotta get my leg checked out. If I get back soon enough, I'll do one tomorrow later. If not, I will do one the next day. Well, tomorrow.
December 2nd, 1990.
We won't go over that. It's not the next day until I go to bed. So after I go to bed. That's the way I look at it. Anyway. But I know. Yeah. Anyway, it's January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year, everybody, from Faith First Farm and Homestead. And it has 2-hour-long video. So I'm going to get off from here, and I will see you guys on the next video, which, again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do another one later or not. If not, I will definitely do one tomorrow. The 2nd. I will probably be off work for 6 to 8 weeks. So, anyway, Happy New Year. Keep your heads up, you guys. I know a lot of you guys have had a lot of hard times going on. Keep your heads up. If you need somebody to talk to, leave a comment, you guys. I'm here. Contact me on Messenger. I will talk to you. That video I did that one night, I'm here. I'm here. Even if it's a video, I'm here. And I'm even willing to connect with you on a live chat, on a video call through Messenger. If you need that, just let me know. And I'm willing to do that. So, on that note, Happy New Year again. Faith First Farm and Homestead, and I will see you guys in the next video. You guys get some sleep. Have a good night. And I will definitely let you guys know what they said about my leg. So, you guys have a good night. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Thanks for sticking around, Val. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.